How's it going, everyone? With so many games dropping in early 2023, I want to take the opportunity to highlight a game that recently came on my radar, a game that's recently been revealed, and suddenly became one of my more anticipated games of 2023. Look, it's not going to be as big of a release as some of these other games that are dropping early this year. You've got Forspoken, Dead Space Remake, Hogwarts Legacy, Wild Hearts, Atomic Heart, Resident Evil 4 Remake. All of that is just off the top of my head, but a game that I want you guys to very much have an eye on is a title called Redemption Reapers. This is being published by Binary Haze Interactive and coming from a studio, AdGlobe, and to give you a little bit of background on AdGlobe, they're a relatively new studio. However, they actually worked on a little game back in 2021. It dropped in 2021, Ender Lilies Quietus of the Night. Now, this is a game that was incredibly well received, 20,354 Steam user reviews, so generally from the people that played the game. 94% of those reviews turned out to be positive, and the game received an 86 on Metacritic. So as far as their one major outing, that game was really well received, and that game was a dark fantasy 2D action RPG. They're going in a little bit of a different route with Redemption Reapers, it very much still being entrenched in that darker vibe, that dark fantasy aura. However, it being a dark fantasy tactical RPG that looks very good, and there's a lot of information to go over in the game. Now, the game is currently scheduled to launch in February of 2023. It'll have English and Japanese voiceover options, and a variety of different languages will be supported as well. Binary Haze Interactive put out this statement in regards to Redemption Reapers. Redemption Reapers is being brought to life by industry luminaries, including tactical RPG veteran Masayuki Horikawa, Fire Emblem series director and scenario level designer, Kingdom Hearts 3 planning, as well as a star-studded voice cast featuring Kyle McClary, 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim and Nier Automata fame, Allegra Clark of Apex Legends and Dragon Age Inquisition, David Lodge of Persona 5 and Final Fantasy 15, and Lucian Dodge, The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. So from that standpoint, when I mentioned talent that has worked on some of those aforementioned games, that should immediately make you take note. Like, man, this game could be pretty good from a gameplay standpoint, as well as a sound standpoint, from a voice acting standpoint, given that star-studded cast. On top of that, you're talking about a studio that did work on a dark fantasy action RPG, albeit a totally different style, but a game that was very, very well received. And you have Horikawa being brought in as the tactical RPG veteran. Now, there is a brief trailer that is already up. There's an English version of the trailer as well as a Japanese version of the trailer. You can listen to either. Honestly, I found the English voice acting to be pretty darn good, and it once again sets that tone of it being a dark, atmospheric tactical RPG, and that dark tone is definitely going to be something that I think is parlayed throughout the entirety of the game. The official description, again from Binary Haze, notes, hope fades across the land following the sudden appearance of the ruthless Mort armies. Efficient as they are brutal, the macabre forces descend upon civilizations, leaving destruction in the wake of their nightly raids as entire nations fall to the Mort onslaught. The Ashen Hawk Brigade, a contingent of mercenaries specializing in surprise tactics, band together to fight back against the invading legions. Now, this Ashen Hawk Brigade and the variety of characters and how they interact with one another and the relationships they build look to be an integral part of the game. Lead the Ashen Hawk Brigade in tactical skirmishes on 3D maps, employ strategic moves directing units across the battlefield before issuing commands to attack, defend, or deploy skills during each turn, overcome seemingly insurmountable odds by mastering sneak attacks for extra damage or powerful combo strikes from multiple brigade members. Ensure each brigade member is fit for the trials ahead by outfitting the party with powerful gear, turn hard-earned spoils of victory into resources for crafting mighty weapons and armors, upgrade skills to unlock combat abilities capable of turning a ragtag troop of underdogs into courageous champions, carve through the Mort and uncover a gripping, mature story of wartime struggles, witness powerful moments unfold between members of the brigade during fully voiced cutscenes recorded in English and Japanese audio as fighters learn more about their allies and the world around them. Guide the Ashen Hawk Brigade's rise from obscurity to folk heroes as members grapple with their dark past as a deadly and despised organization dubbed the Faithless Reapers. It was noted, following the success of Ender Lilies, we aim to approach a new genre ideal for sharing our love of dark fantasy stories, said Binary Haze Interactive CEO Hiroyuki Kobayashi in a press release. Redemption Reapers tactical RPG combat and emotional storytelling combined for a memorable experience we cannot wait to share with the world in early 2023. Now, the February 2023 window and the early 2023 window have both been thrown around, so take that for what you will. I would expect to see the game dropping within the first 3 months of the game. Now again, this is a gameplay shift from what you saw in Ender Lilies, and if you didn't play that, well, it's a tactical RPG with a focus on its combat. Redemption Reapers is a dark fantasy simulation game set in a medieval world. Be immersed into the tale of the desperate struggle between the Ashen Hawk Brigade and the terrifying Mort legions, with despair looming as the menacing Mort horde marches ever closer. Help your small resistance defeat the enemy masses by bringing together a rich variety of character builds and a meticulous strategy. Experience the exhilaration as you rise up to overcome the odds and achieve victory. The game notes: conquer fierce battles with tactical expertise, get to know a small but elite force of 5, and figure out how to best utilize each member's unique skills. Carefully manage limited resources, including weapons and recovery items, with an eye on the demands of impending battles. And again, the character relationships is going to be a core element of the game. Forge bonds with the members of the brigade through both story and strategy. Adapt to every situation by taking advantage of all 5 members' unique weapons and strengths. Coordinate attacks between members who share the same attack range to join forces and take down the various powerful opponents that you'll encounter throughout the course of the game. Make full use of each member's special active skills to have each member play their part on the battlefield, however different the brigade members may seem. All are harboring heartbreak and experience of loss. Get to know what each member has been through and how they feel to gain insight into the path ahead for the brigade. Be transported to a dark medieval fantasy by stunning visuals and effects. Explore a series of strategy maps depicting a doomed and decaying world ravaged by the Mort monstrosities. Be captivated by rich, fully voiced cutscenes and conversations. Resist with all your might against the omnipotent Mort forces as you embark on a journey with no hope in sight. An intense and brutal experience awaits as you put everything on the line to guide the brigade to the end of their journey. Again, that is all from the official description page. If you're a fan of dark fantasy games, again, games with more of a mature tone, more bleak and more ambiance and engrossing atmosphere, but very much dark in nature, I think Redemption Reapers is going to be something to be on the lookout for. Looks to be a fairly challenging game with its tactical combat style, so make sure you are open to a game that is going to require a bit of strategy. But tactics games are becoming more and more prevalent these days, and they're also finding their footing on consoles as well. So hopefully Redemption Reapers acts as one that is fairly accessible to all of you, and if you're a fan of narrative-driven, darker titles, I think this is going to be one to definitely have on your radar. Again, I'd like to highlight games like these that might get lost in the shuffle with all of the major games dropping in 2023, but Redemption Reapers is a game that really has stuck out to me and one that I am getting more and more excited for and hope to hear more about, but the release shouldn't be that far away. Probably another month or two to wait until we get our hands on this one. Again, currently scheduled February 2023. We're also hearing the early 2023 time window, but it should be out before the end of Q1. That's gonna do it for me. Wanted to give you guys a heads up on this game since I know, it's getting lost in the shuffle with all of the news stories breaking out, all of the big games coming out, but this is one I think you should have on your radar. Sound off with all of your thoughts. Let me know if this is a game that has piqued your interest. It will be coming to PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Sound off down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.